And we're back with another WWE live event. Today was Royal Rumble. Um, I'll give the overall event a solid B plus. Um, we started off today with the women's Royal Rumble match. For me, it was one of my favorite women's Royal Rumble matches. But I will say the crowd in the beginning was not good. It was bad in the very beginning. It was like we did not get a huge pop in the women's Royal Rumble match until like the very near the end of the match when Brie Bella came out and when Tiffany Stratton returned. Um, so yeah, the crowd went wild for those two returns. Uh, but overall, I think they did good with pacing with the women's Royal Rumble match. Uh, they they took a lot of the shock value and just took care of it quick. Like all the major names who would normally win a Royal Rumble were kind of eliminated quick. I think the longest one in the ring was Charlotte. Uh, I think Charlotte stayed in the match for damn near an hour, but even she got eliminated ultimately. I would say the standouts of this entire Rumble match was hands down Lash Legend, Liv Morgan, Sol Ruka, Tiffany Stratton. They were the highlights. I need a triple threat match between Sol Ruka, Tiffany Stratton, and Liv Morgan. Like, when we got to those final three, y'all, that was it. Was I wish that was for a title. They did a good job. Sol Ruka has proved that she deserves to be in the main roster. She did phenomenal. Um, Lash Legend proved she is a big time dominant force. She is definitely going to be a future world champion. Um, so kudos to those four women. The winner of the Women's Royal Rumble was Liv Morgan. She finally won after years of coming, second, third, fourth place. She's finally gotten the big win. Um, but something also happened in the Women's Royal Rumble match where she eliminated Raquel Rodriguez near the end of it. Again, every woman for himself, of course, but it's like the rumor is they're setting up Raquel versus Liv at Mania for the title. I don't think that's going to happen. I honestly think it's going to be Stephanie versus Liv. And the reason to why I think that it's going to be Stephanie versus Liv, Stephanie's reign as champion has not been. It's been good. Like, it's not Jade Cargill bad whatsoever because Jade Cargill, they literally, I feel like, just given up on her title ring until they got some more people to return. Um, but when it came to Stephanie has been defending that belt nonstop. And I think Raquel is going to be like a stepping stone person. Like, okay, this is like what a big time threat looks like, but Liv Morgan is the test. And I think what happens is that we get Liv versus Stephanie at Mania, and that determines if Stephanie retains that title. Now, I do think Stephanie should retain that title. My personal thought, she should retain, and she shouldn't lose it until Money in the Bank when somebody cashes in on her. Because again, I think they need to build Stephanie as a dominant champ, especially if WWE plans to, as they say, as it looks like to be putting all their faith into her. Start building her. Liv is going to get that belt again when one day Raquel Rodriguez will be a champion, but yeah, I don't think Stephanie should lose the title until Mania. But again, solid Royal Rumble match. I really enjoyed it. I just wish the beginning got, the respect it deserved. I really feel like the crowd was just dead. And I think that was given to where they were. But I think it ultimately picked up. So I'm happy that it picked up. It was really, really good. And I'm glad the crowd got really into it after a while. So it showed. It showed, y'all. It really showed. The second match was where the air out of everybody's lungs left. It was Gunther versus AJ Styles, and if AJ Styles lost, he has to retire. Spoiler alert: AJ Styles lost. It was a dominant match. It was a very good match. Gunther proved to why he's a career ender, and AJ Styles proved why he's phenomenal. AJ gave it his all, and he even did good taking the beating from Gunther because it got to a certain point. It looked like the referee should stop the match. He didn't, and you could tell because they even revealed that the referee that was refereeing for the match was also somebody who refereed a lot of AJ's matches when he was in TNA. So to see the ref helped sell this match because he didn't want to call. You know, when AJ passed out, he did not want to do it, but he had to call the match, and yeah. Gunther's doing his thing. For those hating on Gunther, like Gunther retired one of my favorites of all time. He retired John Cena. He retired Goldberg. You know, and it's just one of those things where it's just like Gunther is a beast, y'all. Anybody hating on Gunther, you shouldn't. Gunther is a beast. He did a great job. Both competitors did really good. That was a solid A match for me. I can rewatch that match again. It was really, really good. All I can say is thank you, AJ. We might see him in TNA just to, for this rest of the year. We don't know yet. We'll just have to wait and see. He's always said in 2026 he's retiring. I know nobody wanted it to happen so early. If you see my eyes going up, it's because we got the little press conference version going on right now. And I'm also looking at my notes for the match. But yeah, it was a solid A match for me. Really good. The second match wasn't as good. It was Sammy versus Drew, and I feel like the Sammy versus Drew match really didn't have no big build to it. It's like Sammy won a tournament, so it was like versus him. It was him versus Drew, and in the early parts of the match, they made Sammy sell a back injury, which was clearly a work, and Drew kind of beat him in dominant faction. So it was just like it. Honestly, I like both competitors. I've always been a fan of Drew McIntyre. I've always liked Sami Zayn. This was a bathroom break match for me. Like I watched the whole thing, but it was just like, you knew going in, Sammy was not winning that match. So, yeah. Now on to the men's Royal Rumble match. So a little thing before that match started. Paul Heyman came to where Big E, Paul Rosenberg, and Jackie Redmond would normally do their, their pre-show, and the Raw general manager was there. And Adam Pearce, it was killing me. Adam Pearce was sitting there, and Paul Heyman was basically yelling at him. It's just like, you knew what you were doing. You knew who number one was, and you put Braun Breaker at number two. This isn't fair, blah, blah, blah. So Dennis revealed who number one is, because the match has started. Obafemi comes out, and you're like, oh, shoot. But he was like, oh, this is about to be good. It's going to be Braun Breaker versus Obafemi. As Braun is about to get in the ring, he's attacked by a mystery attacker, who I personally think that mystery attacker is Seth Rollins. He has the build as a Seth Rollins, but it could also be Finn Balor. How Finn Balor fits in, I don't know yet, but we know Finn Balor's been trying to find ways to get into the title picture. So we'll see what happens with that. But I honestly think it's Seth Rollins to set up for their Mania match. But yeah, Braun Breaker gets curb stomped on the he gets curb stomped outside the ring, and then the mystery assailant throws him into the ring, and Obafemi eliminates him, and then from there it's just Obafemi eliminating people left. I think Obafemi was in the ring by himself for probably like a good 5 to 6 minutes, because he eliminated like 6 to 7 people by himself. And it wasn't until I think Damian Priest came out until where things started, the Rumble started picking up with more people and more people and more people. But we did get Powerhouse Hobbs finally into WWE. He's here. He showed out. He did very well. The Men's Royal Rumble was definitely solid. It was also a bit predictable because it kind of went in going with the energy of who was going to win this. And for those who don't know, Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble. So this sets up either Roman Reigns. It's clear. It looks like they're going the path of Roman Reigns versus CM Punk for the world title, because it feels like they're going to make Roman have to build that title up a little bit, just to get more competitors again for that title. And I feel like this is also a makeup for what 2013 was when Roman first won, because that one was not a great Rumble. And so this was good. The crowd was behind him and everything, so that was good. So happy for Roman won this. So we're looking forward to Mania to see like we're looking forward to see who Roman chooses. I should say it like that, because him picking Drew, I think both choices are the easy choice for Roman at this point. You pick Drew, or we're going back to status quo. You pick CM Punk, we know we get Roman on Raw. We get a new wave of people like Roman beefing with the Vision still, Roman beefing with CM Punk. You get a lot of stuff there. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, all in all, I think the Royal Rumble this year was pretty good. I'll give the overall pay-per-view a solid B. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. So I think the worst match of the night was honestly Drew versus Sammy. I would definitely say if you guys did not check it out, please go check it out. It was actually quite good. So yeah, I think the women's and men's Royal Rumble matches were on par with one another. So definitely go check them out. But yeah, we'll see you next time for Backlash Tampa. No, not Backlash. I think Elimination Chamber should be the next pay-per-view. I might be wrong on that. But they reveal Backlash will be in Tampa Bay. But yeah, our next pay-per-view should be Elimination Chamber. Or we might have one in between. So we're gearing up for some stuff. But I'll talk to you guys again next time. Peace.